Hey everyone, it's Dwayne here. Welcome to another episode of Snapshots from the Summit. 5 minutes of amazing goodness that will enable you to unlock the money vault, flip the bird at the 9 to 5, and slash decades from building a wealth. Okay, let's dive straight into this episode. I was on a mentoring call with a client of mine in the UK the other, when was it? Friday? Yeah. Friday afternoon, my time, 4 a.m. in the morning, his time. So that's commitment, my friends, getting up at 4 a.m. He is a doctor and he is looking to give away the doctoring and create cash flow and ultimately be able, in the next 2 to 3 years, be able to give the doctoring away and enjoy freedom, right? So one of the things we talked about was this concept of the dartboard, right? So as an example, he had listed out his goals, short-term, medium-term, long-term for me, and they resembled parts of the dartboard, right? And the dartboard goes like this, right? So the outer circle, the far outer circle, and then there's a smaller circle inside, and then there's the bullseye right in the middle, right? And it goes like this. All of his goals were set up in relation to outcomes, right? So end results, okay? So that's where his total focus was on, the end result, right? So that's like the one-hit wonders, or the hole-in-one, right? Hole-in-one. You can do it once in a blue moon, and you do it once, you have an amazing amount of excitement, and then bang, gone, right? Back to the drawing board. Right, so that's every single thing that he had on that list of goals was in relation to that outer edge of the dartboard, right? They were all outcome-based goals. You get the satisfaction of achieving them, and then what's life? What's next, right? Then we've got the inner circle of the dartboard, and that relates to process-based goals or habits, right? Processes or habits. And those are the things that create the result at the end of the day, right? So if you haven't unlocked the money vault, it's because you may well have written down goals that you want to make $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, whatever it might be, but you don't have in place habits or processes that create the outcome, right? So you don't have the cause that creates the effect. So you don't have the habit or the process that creates the result, aka you haven't cracked the code to unlocking the vault, right? And then we have the bullseye, right? The bullseye is the identity, right? It's who you become, right? Who is it that is the person that puts into place the habits, the processes that creates the result, right? So who is it that ask yourself this question: who do I need to become to have the habits or processes in place that creates the result, right? So if you don't have in your life right now 6 figures a year, or if you do have 6 figures and your goal is to crack the 7 figures a year, ask yourself, well, what are the habits, what are the processes, what's the identity of a person that is a millionaire, or that is someone who has 6 figures in their life consistently, and do sit down for 20 minutes, put on a timer, and write down all of the things that you can think of that revolve around the identity of someone who has those things in their life, right? So identity equals belief, right? Identity equals the beliefs or the thinking patterns that a X, whatever it is, the result that you're looking to, has in their life, right? So that's the focus that you're going to focus on. What are the beliefs that a millionaire or someone that makes six figures a year or someone that ultimately lives a life of freedom or someone who has amazing health or amazing relationships or whatever it is, what are the beliefs that they have, right? And list them all down. Because those ultimately, if that is your goal, to have seven figures in your life, or to be able to take the actions, have the habits, do the processes of someone that has seven figures in their life, or six figures if that's your first stop on the journey. What are the beliefs that someone who already has that has? And there's plenty of evidence out there in the marketplace. Plenty, right? You'll be able to find lots of people that have, that have cracked the six-figure code. You'll be able to find plenty of people that have written all about their life as a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever it is. And you'll be able to decipher what those beliefs are that they have, and you'll be able to work ways about how you can instill those beliefs in your own life, because out of those beliefs comes the processes and habits and actions that lead to the outcome that you're looking to achieve. Okay, so that's obviously just a 30,000 foot view. If you want to dive more in depth to it, because ultimately the results are never achieved unless you change your identity first, right? You might be able to do something for a very short time, but unless you change your identity, then long-term consequences or long-term results do not eventuate. The vault remains closed. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, my friends. Okay, if you want to look into an identity in more depth, especially for those who are looking to unlock the vault, reach on out. Above or below this episode, you'll find 3 ways. Pick one, and let's have a chat about where you're currently at and what you need to do to move yourself along the road to unlocking the vault, flipping the bird at the 9 to 5, and slashing decades from building wealth. Because slashing decades from building wealth is all about that identity, my friends. Okay, that's it. That's today's episode. I'll speak to you again on the next episode of Snapshots from the Summit. Till then, bye for now.